I am Tammy Beilstein. Welcome to Tammy's Window on Calaveras. I have with me tonight three really beautiful ladies, and I know why they're so beautiful. They're all from the Cosmetology School in Calaveras County. They are Helen Guzman, Kathie Merrick, and Jerri Mackey. So they're with the school over by Calaveras High School, or on the property of Calaveras High School, ROP Cosmetology, is that correct? Okay, now I'm going to start with the most basic question, which probably everyone in the world knows except for me, but I have to ask you, cosmetology, does that mean you guys are makeup artists and skincare consultants and hairdressers all in one?
Well, we teach the students how to be that.
Okay.
Okay, we teach them how to be hairstylists. They learn how to cut, style, color, perm, straighten hair.
So
And,
when someone says that they are a cosmetologist, what do they do?
They do the hair.
Okay.
And we do skincare. We do makeup, hair removal, and manicuring, pedicuring, artificial nails.
Okay.
everything.
Okay. And you teach all of that at the school?
All in school.
Wow.
Takes 1,600 hours to do that, though.
Oh my Lord. So
all of that.
do people go full-time 5
Yes.
days a week? Or can
Yes.
you split it up into smaller sections?
Well, the cosmetology program is 1,600 hours.
Okay.
And that's 5 days a week for 7 hours a day.
Okay.
And the cosmetology, the esthetician program is a 600-hour course.
Esthetician, that is skincare?
Skincare and hair removal and makeup.
Okay.
And then the manicuring is 400 hours.
Okay.
So they're out there pretty fast. About 3 months, they're getting their license already.
Yeah, that's a lot of work, though. That's a lot of hours to put in.
Seems like it.
Yeah, it sounds like it
Yes,
to me.
Jenny, it probably seems like it's flying by.
Well, so you are a teacher there.
We are both teachers.
You're both
yes.
teachers. You're full-time and you're part-time, is that right?
Correct.
Yeah.
And then, Jenny, you are a student.
Yes.
What is it that you're studying? The hair care, the skin?
I'm a
all of it?
cosmetologist.
Okay.
So I'm learning all of it.
All of it. Oh my gosh. So how long have you been doing this now?
I started at the end of January, and I should be done sometime in March.
So when you're done, you're graduated, you could get a job somewhere and start, or do you have
No.
to? I looked up something about this online earlier. You have to get a license, right?
Yes.
Is it a separate license for hair care and doing nails and
It's a cosmetologist license.
one license? Okay.
Yeah.
So how does that work? Where do you do that even?
We go to Fairfield and take a big test, but we're really prepared and we study hard, and we go there and it's a big deal. And you take a practical exam and a written exam, so you have to demonstrate that you know how to do all of these types of things, because we're applying chemicals to people, so you have to they have to know that you're going to do it safely in the proper way. But then once you pass that, you're good to go and find a job, and I'm really looking forward to that day.
Are you hoping to work around here? Or do you want to get to a big city somewhere?
I live closer to Lodi,
Okay.
so it'll probably be somewhere in the valley.
Now, why are you going to the school here then and not something in Lodi or closer to where you
They
live?
don't have anything like this
Really?
anywhere. This is the closest school.
Very cool.
Yeah.
Very cool. What is it that attracted you besides the location of this one?
Well, honestly, my mother had been pressuring me for some time to go to school and get a job to make
Yeah.
something of myself. And so this seemed like something that would suit my personality. I'm a busybody people person, and I like to be creative and do things with my hands. And at first I just wanted to do the nail course because I wanted to get in and get a job.
Right.
And Mrs. Thompson, she's another teacher at the school, she looked at me with, you have to know her to know this look, but she looked at me like, no, you're not doing that. You're going to do the whole program.
Oh, that's cool.
So, but I'm glad I did because I love hair.
Yeah, yeah. Now, you mentioned the creative part of it, but is part of it also book learning?
Oh, yeah.
So you have to do studying, homework, I'm sure, that sort of thing, plus you get to be creative.
Yeah.
That's pretty fun.
I never thought I'd have to learn anything about chemistry, but I was wrong.
Oh, and that would be mostly the hair care, but probably some skincare,
Yeah.
right? Because you could really screw things up, to put it in a nice way, I guess. Can you guys do, so you mentioned hair removal. Can you guys do Botox, or is that a separate
No,
sort of
that's
thing?
medical.
Oh,
Yeah.
shoot. I was going to be there tomorrow. I've had it twice in my life, and really far apart the 2 times I had it, so I didn't get to see, you know, how the results would be one after the other, but I loved it when I did it. So what do you recommend for somebody who's my age, who's starting to show the wrinkles? I'm 48. Seemed like as soon as my premenopause started, it was like, bam, wrinkles. Right here. It was awful. Can someone like me come in to see you guys and get some kind of skincare, some skin evaluation?
We do European style facials.
What is that?
That's where we go in, we do like really deep cleansing,
Yeah.
and we remove a lot of the excess dead skin, but not like a doctor's office would,
Okay,
obviously. So it's
okay.
a little slower the way we do it. So we, refine the skin surface, and then we give you a nice massage, nice relaxing, blood stimulating massage, and a mask for mask therapy to tighten and firm your skin.
Ooh, I know
And
that.
put
I
on a
have
nice
these
moisturizer.
gels right here
Yeah.
that I'm getting.
We also use electrical modalities,
What's
so that might
that?
help. High frequency current and galvanic current to help the product penetrate a little deeper.
Okay, so like the moisturizer or the cleanser, you would put that on and then use your instrument on
You could do that.
Does that cost more?
No, usually it's our European facials are only like $15
Really?
at the school. Yeah.
You're kidding.
Because
It's
as a
very
school, we
inexpensive.
charge less than what salons will be charging.
Yeah.
So usually in salons, it's like about the average price for services are like $1 per minute.
Yeah.
So if it's
That's
an
about right.
hour, you're paying like $60.
Yeah.
So we cannot charge like that because their students are not
Mm-hmm.
professionals. So we have lower prices.
Now, if I were to come in and get something done, would there would be a student working on me? Would there be an instructor nearby?
Yes.
In case
Yes.
something didn't
All
look quite
the
right?
students
or-
are supervised
Cool.
by the instructors.
And can people just walk in at any time, or do you have certain days of the week when you see the public?
Well, we have our flyer right here.
Yeah.
We have special times for appointments.
Okay.
And the students in the facial area, the aesthetic area, they're required to have a teacher be with them when the skin is analyzed.
Oh, nice.
And then be with them to help them decide what process is best for that skin.
That person, yeah.
Yes. And teachers play a big part in seeing to it that the students practice their craft as they've been taught.
Right.
Yes. It is very important, and we're proud of that.
Oh, you guys should be.
Yeah.
You guys do a great job. I know a couple of girls that have gone through your program. I didn't realize until we started talking that it was this program over at the high school. And in fact, everyone I know who's gone through your program is working someplace now, full time, and has their clients and people that love to come back and see them. You must also teach them, or maybe you don't, the personal side of it, being a personable.
Oh, yeah. We teach
yeah,
a
hair and
whole
makeup
segment
person.
on people skills.
Do you? Yeah.
We go pretty much in depth.
Yes, we
spent about 3
really
weeks
cover
on
people
that.
skills.
I would think you would have to. I've
Yes.
been in, I've been in a hair salon before where I was new there, and the ladies who worked there, obviously they'd all been there a long time. They knew very well a lot of their customers, and they were talking about their customers while I'm sitting there listening, getting myself done. You can't help but listen, but I learned so much I didn't want to know about certain people, and I never went back to that place.
We
So-
actually have lessons that are so in-depth on that subject.
Yeah?
Because it is so important that our students and anybody in the cosmetology industry has strong people skills
Yeah.
and is very confidential.
Yes. that's
Whatever
so
we are
important.
told, it doesn't go beyond that chair. And the last time we taught that, we actually did play acting.
Good idea.
You know, the not so good and the wonderful
Yeah.
way to do it. And the students realize before they graduate that their personality, their willingness to be friendly and cooperative with their
Yeah.
clients means everything.
Oh, definitely.
Oh, goodness.
Those people are so trusted. It's like the bartender or the
Yes,
counselor.
it's true.
It's just people that you are spending a lot of time with one-on-one, and it's just such a weird feeling to be there. Like I never hardly ever leave the house without any makeup on or without my hair done, but I do when I go to that sort of place, and I'd like to know that it's just me and them, and boy, what I look like isn't going to go any further than that moment right there. And they're
That's
there to,
correct.
for
or,
me. Yeah.
Or things that took place in that discussion.
Yeah.
Doesn't
Right.
go any further.
Right, right.
That's right. And
Because no matter how great that lady was at doing my hair, I never went back again. I didn't want to be part of that. I love that you do that. Very cool. Very cool. Now, is it the same for everything? With the people can come in to get their nails done, or their hair done, or the skincare. Makeup application, do you do that for like girls before prom and that sort of thing?
Oh, sure, updos.
Yeah? And they need probably appointments for that because that would be for an event,
Yeah,
right?
we do
Yeah.
take appointments.
Oh, prom day is heavy appointments.
Yeah.
These students are just one after another. And of course we have students that are better at long hair, youthful styles.
Right.
And it's just adorable. I just love watching it. These kiddos just braid and throw the hair around, and before you know it, the young people just look like princesses.
Oh, that is so neat. Do you get very many guys who come your way? Yeah?
Not only do we get men that come in, we get the young men from the school.
Oh, good.
And the students, naturally, the students have less practice with
Right.
men's hair cutting than they do with women's hair cutting. So they relish the young men that come in, and they just clip or cut themselves to death.
Oh, that's
and
neat.
then we have husbands, of course, that come in. We have grandpas that come in.
Very nice.
They're the best.
So
Because
get the
they're
experience?
patient. That's
Oh, yeah.
right. Last week, one of the students, her grandpa came in, and she took her dear sweet time cutting this and cutting that, and she was very proud of herself.
Oh, I bet.
And when he left, I said, "Are you going to shave your beard off when you get home?" He says, "I thought so. It's time to get rid of it." I said, "Come on, sit back down. Let her practice trimming your beard."
Nice.
And it was a joy.
Yeah.
I'm sure he shaved it off the next day, but you know, we love practicing on the gentleman.
Oh, I'm sure. So not only is it a good deal for people like me to go in there and get these things done, but it's good practice for your kids. Kids, these aren't high school students, are they? Or are they?
We have a
50%.
mixture.
Okay.
We have a mixture. We have about 50% now, yeah. 50% are junior and senior high school students, and they come for their classes usually at about 12 o'clock to about 3:30
Okay.
or 4:30. Some stay late till 5:30 when we close.
They do that during the regular school day then.
They
What
get
about?
school credit.
Oh, they do. Okay.
Yes.
I was curious about that. What is the oldest person in your class? How old is?
I would say
that
she's
person?
probably 58.
Oh, good.
Yeah, the oldest one
So-
we've had on record was 70.
Really?
Yeah.
How cool is that?
And she did go on to
and she
work
got her
in a
license
salon.
and everything,
Yes.
yeah.
That's
I love
exactly,
that.
That's exactly right.
Because there's a lot of ladies my age who have lost their jobs or got laid off and are looking to start over again, and that's neat to know. They wouldn't be uncomfortable or feel awkward in a class of a bunch of young kids. It's all
They would
sorts of
not.
people.
And sometimes the young people go into cosmetology so that they can put themselves through college for your university. After they graduate from high school, they finish their licensure process, and then they put themselves through school as a hairdresser.
Wow. That's pretty cool.
So everybody does not go behind a chair and stay behind a chair.
Yeah.
Some of them have other plans, and we very highly respect that. We were talking about hair and what we do, and what I've noticed lately that we do a great deal of is corrective color. We're quite proud of ourselves over that. People will come in from the community, and their hair color is less than perfect. You know, too dark, too light, too this, too that, too the other.
Right.
And we have the best time. We three teachers put our ideas together, and we do our chemistry in the lab together, and we fix it. And it's wonderful.
That's huge.
It's huge. And these clients leave with the hair color they wish they had. Yes, it's terrific.
That's something that guys who don't color their hair or women who don't color, they don't get that. I will start, my hair has a lot of gray in it. And when it starts to show, I'll get maybe an inch or so gray before I can afford to go in and have it done someplace. And if I don't have the money to do it, I'll do one of those at-home washout sort of things that last like a month. And oh my Lord, you can tell that
Yes,
I
but
did
we
that.
love that. That's our best thing.
Were you looking at my hair when you were
No.
saying that?
What I mean is we delight in the corrective color process.
How much would it cost if I were to go get my hair colored with you guys?
That's a difficult
I think
question.
it's 30
Oh,
or
is it-
40.
Okay, does it depend on the
to
length
do all
probably?
over color. If it's a root touch-up, just the roots to match your own color, I think it's 18, something like that, 15, 18.
Really?
Yeah, it's more like 20.
I could totally do that. Yeah.
But what happens is people put the wrong thing on their hair. They really can't afford to go to a salon for whatever the reason, and they go to the drugstore and they
Yeah.
pick the wrong thing and they leave it on too long and apply it incorrectly.
Right.
And we love that.
Or you know what else we do is we miss spots. I try to do
Yes,
it myself
yes.
at home, and I know that I see all this up here, so I make sure I'm very careful to get all of this gray, especially around my hairline.
Yes.
And all that. And then my husband or my kids will say to me later, "Did you miss some of the back of your head?" Because right back here I'll have a patch of gray. It's real attractive.
It's just lovely.
Yeah, I seriously need to come see you guys.
We
What's that
del-
called when
we
you do the
delight
different
in that
colors?
repair.
Where it's like half, like the girls get
Like a
the
peekaboo
dark. Well, they get
something?
like dark and then it lightens up as it gets.
We do a lot of
Progression.
that.
Oh, it's progression. okay.
Progression or balayage or
And you guys
ombre is another term for
Do
that
all
also.
that sort of things. Oh, very
We
cool.
teach them
There's-
all the current techniques that are basic, because it's all on the internet now. So as
Oh.
instructors, we watch these shows, these educationals that come off the internet for us, like Wella, Matrix, KMS, Goldwell, which use all major manufacturers of hair color, professional hair color. And they'll have their top educators do a webcast for us. So like on a Monday afternoon, I have my students lined up on my computer and we're watching a professional webcast of a hair color seminar or a hair cutting seminar.
Very cool.
So the technology is so educational for us to just add into it. I don't have to wait for me to go physically to a class,
Yes, to come back
show
and
them.
teach it.
Now we can all
That's
learn it at
cool.
the same time.
That's cool. Do you guys watch things that are happening maybe in Europe or where they're a little bit more ahead of us with these styles and that's neat.
It's
Yeah.
very neat.
The internet is all
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah.
There's
different from
also
when we were
trade
young.
shows.
Yeah.
Trade shows?
Trade
That'd be
shows.
fun.
The fact is, there's one this weekend, and sometimes we go as a unit. We get the yellow and black school bus to drive us down to wherever
Very cool.
and make a day of it. Or we instructors are encouraged to go and bring back what we've learned,
Yeah.
and we love it when the students go as well.
That would be neat. So you guys get field trips.
We do.
Very neat. Do you guys ever do things like, my mom owns a makeup store in Stockton in Lincoln Center. It's called Merle Norman, and you'd think I'd know more about makeup because she has the place, but I only ask her about what I need. I don't ask her about, in general, everything. But what was I going to say? Oh, but one of the things that she loved doing was going and working with ladies who had cancer and
Oh, yes.
helping them to feel better about themselves, or reapplying makeup a little bit differently, or giving themselves eyebrows or things that maybe they are going to need for their self-esteem. And it just made such a huge difference for these people. That made her feel so good to be able to do something that she loves and see how much enjoyment it gave other people. Do you guys
Yeah,
ever do things like that?
About
or-
a few months ago, I had one of my students pick up about 50 wigs from the Cancer Society down in Stockton.
Yeah?
So we brought it in. We had all the students, taught them how to clean them, style them, cut them. They let us do whatever we wanted
Yeah.
with wigs.
Oh, that's good.
And it's for the cancer
And then
patients.
did
then
you
we
give them
it all
back afterward? And
yeah.
that is so neat, because it's really
Yeah.
cool to do something you love, but then to see that something you love helps other people.
Mm-hmm.
It's just a bonus, right? That's pretty cool.
Well, and there's programs that the American Cancer Society reaches out to cosmetologists who want to go do things like this in their career. And
Yeah.
so, yeah, there's a big thing,
The look good, feel better.
Yeah, there's a lot of
campaign.
opportunities out there for us to share our love for what we do with other people and to help other
That's so
people.
neat.
And
You know what, as you were talking, I just remembered my mom, this is a few years ago. She had a lady come in, a customer, just to talk about some skincare. She wanted something covered on her face, and my mom told her she needed to go have a looked at, because from the time my mom had spent helping the ladies with cancer, she thought that it didn't look right, this little spot on her face. The lady went and had it checked out, and she came back to my mom, hope I don't cry, months later, and told my mom that it was skin cancer, and they were able to take care of it. She caught it in time. But it was because my mom mentioned something that she even went to have it done. So do you guys get into anything like that, or is that more of a medical thing?
No, we teach the students how to recognize that. That's part of the skincare
Good.
program,
Oh,
is
cool.
keeping an eye on what we can see that they cannot see, even on their scalp and area, and on
Yeah.
the back of their neck.
Yeah.
Or the
Maybe
bottom
on
of their
their
feet.
legs and their feet or something like that. We're
and-
doing
yeah.
pedicures and waxing.
That's right.
Yeah.
Boy, there's so much to this that I had never really thought of, like people with diabetes and working on their feet, and you'd have to be so careful.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
can be a little stressful.
Yeah, I bet. So you're learning all of that too.
Yeah,
God, what's your favorite part?
hair color.
Yeah.
Yeah, I really want to be really good at it. So I want to learn as much as I can, and we have a really, really good color line. So we have a really good opportunity to learn with some really good products, and you have such knowledgeable people around you all the time.
Right.
And we're in one big open classroom, so I can look over and see, oh, what's she doing, and I can go over there and watch, and what is she using, and what you know. So if I get a client, and then I know from her experience, and we just learn from each other. And
What do you find the most fun with hair color, though, making it match perfectly or doing some kind of wild, crazy thing?
I really like it when it matches perfect.
Yeah.
It's like, yes, I did
Cool.
it.
So what if someone came to you and they said that they wanted like a bright red, but you knew that their skin tone or their eye color or whatever, it just would not work? Do you say something to them? Or?
Yeah, we have a chapter in our book that talks about like the right haircut for your shape and the right color for your skin, and it sort of guides you like how to explain this to them in kind of like a gentle
Right,
way that
right.
doesn't sound like no, that you're wrong. But sometimes people want what they want, and you can't
True.
change their mind, but you could just always offer your expert opinion,
Yeah.
expert advice.
If they ask, or you just, is that part of your training is to do that to each person that comes in?
Yeah, I would evaluate. We always do we are taught to do a client evaluation, kind of just go over what they have, what they want,
What
and
they
just
need.
what they need. And then we get the teacher involved, and then she tells us, okay, this is what you're gonna do, and then we do it.
Nice.
Yeah.
Do you ever have little kids come in? So, okay, that sounds pretty cool, because that's something that can really add up for a family who's having a tight budget.
Oh, yeah.
To be able to take their child and like I said, give you guys the training that you need on all different types of hair and
We recently
sizes.
had two girlfriends come in their late 20s. They just said, let's go have a day of beauty. So they came in and they had a European facial. They had their hair washed and styled. They had a manicure and a spa pedicure under $50.
Wow. I want
So
a
they-
day of beauty.
Yeah, it's kind of fun.
That's really
So the
cool.
student got to do their facials, take them into the manicure
same
area.
student did
the same
the
student
whole-
did the whole thing, and I mean, they got a good tip.
Yeah.
So they
How
had a
long
good
would
time.
something like that take if a woman wanted to just have a spa
Pretty
day?
much all day.
Like the 8
Yeah.
to, what time was it?
No, we start taking clients
10?
from like 1 to 5.
1 to 5, okay.
So on Fridays we do it all day though, from 10 to 5.
Okay,
So I think they came in at about 11 and they left about 4.
yeah.
Yeah.
Neat. Now, if I were to bring my son in to have this sort of thing done, would he feel uncomfortable there? No, okay.
We have color crayons. How young?
No,
is he?
he's 22.
He'd love it.
Lots of girls to look at.
But I think that might be
So much
awkward, a
better.
weird age for him, because with all the girls around, if they saw him with his hair all messed up or getting a pedicure
No, we have
or
lots
something.
of guys come in for
Okay.
haircuts and colors, and we even
Yeah.
have some come in for the facials because there are some young, maybe not as your son's age, but the teenage, they have the acne and stuff.
Yeah.
So we can work with that,
Yeah.
and we've seen some great improvements with some of the clients.
That's neat.
I have a male facial client that comes every 5 weeks, and he drives truck. So he had some sun damage from driving his truck, and he's in his late 40s, I think. And I have just seen such a change in his skin.
How cool is that?
Yeah.
Did you
it's
do before
really-
and after pictures?
No, and I always say, gosh, I wish I would have taken a before picture. It looks
That
so
would
good.
be neat. I love stuff like that. Even with the simple things like a hairstyle or a manicure. I mean, to see the difference from when you came in and when you left. I like that kind of stuff.
I know everybody has their cell phones now too. They can just take their own pictures.
True.
as
Yeah.
they're-
Yeah,
As
wouldn't
they're
be
doing
too-
their things.
Wouldn't be hard to do, huh? And you give yourself a little album to take with you when you go look for a job someplace. That would be
Instant
really fun.
portfolios. now.
Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. Do you guys have a website where people can look up your school, find out what they're going to need to take classes, how much money it costs, that sort of thing?
Yeah, we have a link through the Calaveras High School
Oh,
website.
the high school website. Okay.
calaveras.k12.ca.us.
Oh, you remembered that. That's a tough one.
That's long.
It is long. I know
I
I've
just
emailed people
Googled it.
before. I never remember that.
I just Googled it, and it was right there. I just clicked on it, and it was so easy.
Yeah.
Had the phone number and the hours and everything.
That is so
Yeah.
neat. Now, would you recommend your friends come and take classes here?
Definitely.
Yeah.
Definitely. I don't see why you would drive all the way to Sacramento or somewhere far away and spend $25,000 for the exact same education. And it's
Wow.
more.
Can it really cost that much?
Oh, yeah. And it's more
private
personable.
schools,
It's more, I think it's more of an intimate setting with there's less students. The teachers are great. And, I mean, I would recommend it to anybody.
Very cool. Now, how much more schooling do you need before you take your test?
I should be done sometime in March.
Oh, that's coming up quick.
Yeah.
And then the testing, is that that's just a one-day thing? It's 2 parts to it, you said, but
Yeah,
one day, and
it's
then
a
you're good to
one-day
go.
thing. I just have to wait until I can apply for my date, and then so you have to wait for that date to come.
Oh, well, good
Yeah.
luck to you. I'm excited
Thanks,
for you.
me too.
It must be really neat for you guys to see these kids come in and, not kids, but, you know.
Yeah, there'll always be our kids.
It's absolutely fabulous.
Yeah.
I've lived in Calaveras County for 21, 22 years, and I cannot go to any town to see any salon. Every salon I walk into, there's somebody that I have trained.
Oh, that's so neat.
It's such a joy, and it's also a joy all the clients that come in from our community. And I had been retired for 10 years, and I've come back, and there they are, Mrs. So-and-so.
That is so
It's
neat.
so
Same
good to
client.
see
You
her.
guys are teaching a lot of great skills there. The personal side, you're giving them careers, something they can always have. No one can take that away from you. Oh, I need to go. That went by fast, didn't
I
it?
know.
Okay, I seriously need to come see you guys. Let's think what we're going to do about this before I get there. But thank you for being here, and I hope you come back again sometime. And thank you all for watching. I'll see you next time on Tammy's Window on Calaveras.